Imagine waking up every day and slowly losing pieces of yourself. Not because of age, not because of genetics, but because of a simple drink sitting in your fridge right now. A drink you believe is healthy. A drink your doctor never warned you about. And yet, 91% of Americans over the age of 65 consume it daily, unknowingly damaging their brain cells sip by sip. Hey everyone, welcome to BioOptimize Vision, where science meets longevity and we uncover the real truth behind brain health. Let me tell you about Margaret Thompson, a 71-year-old retired school teacher from Phoenix. She adored her grandkids, but then she began forgetting their names. At first, she laughed it off, just getting older, she'd say. Then she forgot birthdays, directions to places she'd driven to for years. Her daughter scheduled a tour at a memory care facility because the decline happened that fast. But the cause wasn't age. It was the drink she had every morning for the last 4 decades. Once she removed that drink, something incredible happened. 2 weeks later, she noticed her memory sharpening. At 6 weeks, she remembered phone numbers again. By 12 weeks, she was balancing her finances and volunteering 3 days a week, remembering everyone's name perfectly. So if you're over 60, if you've noticed you're losing words mid-sentence, or you walk into a room and suddenly feel confused why you're even there, then listen closely. Because I'm counting down 6 everyday beverages backed by peer-reviewed studies from institutions like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard that accelerate cognitive decline. Not guessing, not fear-mongering, direct mechanisms proven by neuroscience. And yes, one of them is probably in your kitchen right now. But don't panic, knowledge is power. You don't have to quit everything forever. You just need to understand what these drinks do to your brain. Then you can choose smarter replacements that help repair damage instead of causing it. Before we dive in, be honest with me for a second. Drop your age in the comments and tell me, how many cups of coffee do you drink a day? Hot beverage. Because a little later, we'll talk about a drink that's even more concerning if you're a coffee lover. Now, quick self-check, count how many of these apply to you. You forget names you should remember. You lose items like keys, wallet, or phone often. You repeat stories without realizing it. You struggle to stay focused watching TV or reading. You step into a room and instantly forget why. If 2 or more apply, your brain may already be signaling distress, not permanent damage, but warning signs. Neurologists describe it like a house. Damage happens slowly, a crack here, a leak there. If you ignore it long enough, everything falls apart. But the good news, it's reversible if you remove the triggers. So let's begin the countdown, and stick around. Number 1 is going to shock you. It shocked me as a neurologist. Starting with number 6, diet soda. I know regular soda is already known to be harmful, but here's the twist: diet soda can be worse for the brain. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose break down into chemicals that can cross the blood-brain barrier, a barrier designed to keep toxins out. Once inside, these compounds overstimulate neurons through a process called excitatoxicity. Neurons literally burn themselves out. A 2017 study published in the journal Stroke found that drinking just 1 diet soda a day was associated with a 3x higher risk of stroke and dementia compared to not drinking it at all. Not 30%, 300%. And that's not all. Artificial sweeteners also disrupt the gut microbiome, the ecosystem that produces over 90% of serotonin and plays a huge role in cognitive clarity. When those healthy bacteria die off, mood regulation and memory suffer. One of my patients, Robert, 73 years old, drank 3 diet sodas a day for 15 years. He came to me because conversations felt like static. He couldn't hold a thought. Once he replaced diet soda with water for just 6 weeks, he said it felt like someone turned the lights back on in his brain. CTR moment, engage with the video life cycle. If you've ever relied on diet soda to stay healthy, hit the like button right now so more seniors can see this information. It truly helps and it costs nothing. Number 5, store-bought fruit juice. Fruit is healthy, but fruit juice is a different story. Here's the biochemical truth. When you remove fiber, the natural sugar becomes extremely concentrated, hitting your bloodstream all at once. That spike triggers a massive insulin surge, and when blood sugar crashes afterward, your brain struggles for fuel, mental fatigue, irritability, fog. A Harvard study published in Diabetes Care showed those who drank fruit juice daily had a 21% higher risk of type 2 diabetes, and diabetes doubles Alzheimer's risk. And here's something most people miss: many fruit juices aren't even 100% fruit. Read the carton. You'll see words like juice cocktail or juice beverage, which often means added sugars, artificial flavorings, and preservatives. Dorothy, 68 from Tampa, drank a large glass of orange juice every morning. She called it her daily vitamin. But every day by 10 a.m., she felt like someone pulled the plug, zero energy or focus. When she swapped the juice for a whole orange, that mid-morning crash disappeared in 72 hours. Real fruit contains fiber, the superhero that slows down sugar absorption and keeps blood vessels healthy. So instead of a glass of juice, eat the fruit, whole, simple, powerful. Now let's move to something even more alarming. Number 4, energy drinks. This is the one that sneaks into routines when fatigue hits, especially among older adults working part-time or caring for family. Let's break it down scientifically. They trigger a massive adrenaline surge. They spike blood pressure. They overload neurotransmitter pathways. They strip your brain's ability to produce natural energy. A Mayo Clinic study found that a single energy drink significantly impaired blood vessel function for at least 90 minutes after consumption. That means less blood flow, less oxygen, less brain performance. Temporary fake energy followed by a brutal crash. And when the crash comes, the brain demands more stimulation, creating dependency. Listen, your brain is not supposed to run on emergency mode every single day. Energy drinks hack your nervous system until the system collapses. Before we move forward in the list, pause for a second. If you've reached this point and you're learning something new, hit the like button and drop a quick comment saying still watching. It helps this video reach more people who genuinely need this information. And trust me, what comes next is even more important. Energy drinks are especially harmful for aging brains because the nervous system simply wasn't built to endure repeated adrenaline surges. Think of your brain like an engine. It can run fast but not all day long. When you slam the gas pedal over and over, the engine heats up, parts wear down, and performance drops. Energy drinks are like flooring the gas pedal every morning. You go fast now, but you pay later. Repeated overstimulation increases cortisol, your stress hormone. High cortisol over time reduces hippocampal volume. Scientists at UC Irvine found that long-term elevated cortisol levels are directly linked to memory loss and impaired learning ability in older adults. When your stress stays high, your memory pays the price. Then there's the sugar. Some cans contain up to 10 teaspoons. When that sugar hits your bloodstream at high speed, your insulin spikes just like juice, only worse because sugar is combined with stimulants that amplify the crash. The result is a roller coaster, wired, then drained, alert, then mentally empty. You struggle to think clearly and your brain never truly rests. I worked with a patient named Lewis, a 63-year-old former mechanic who relied on 2 energy drinks every morning to push through fatigue. He thought he needed them to feel normal. What he didn't realize was that they were the reason he felt so tired without them. When Lewis cut energy drinks completely and replaced them with green tea and morning hydration, it took about 3 weeks, but the transformation was incredible. He said it was like waking up from a fog he didn't know he was living in. His blood pressure normalized, his anxiety reduced, his sleep improved, which in turn boosted his memory. Many people drink energy drinks because they're exhausted, but often they're exhausted because of energy drinks. If you're watching right now and you've ever relied on these cans to get through your day, comment ED below so I know how many viewers this really applies to. Now we enter the top 3, and this is where things get uncomfortable because the next drinks are far more common. These aren't neon cans on a gas station shelf. These are beverages most households buy without hesitation. Number 3 is one nearly every doctor tolerates, yet it has a dark side for aging brains. I'm talking about coffee, not because coffee itself is evil, but because of how and how much it's consumed. Coffee in moderation can be beneficial. That's well documented. Antioxidants in coffee may reduce neurodegenerative risk when consumed responsibly. The issue is the dose. 1 cup fine, 2 cups usually okay, but 3 or more cups daily, especially with added sugar and syrups, changes the story dramatically. High caffeine intake disrupts sleep architecture, especially deep sleep. Deep sleep is when your brain performs glymphatic clearance, the process where your brain literally washes out toxins like beta amyloid. When deep sleep is impaired, amyloid accumulates faster, and amyloid buildup is strongly linked to Alzheimer's. Research published in Frontiers in Neuroscience revealed that adults who consume excessive caffeine show higher levels of brain atrophy in memory-related regions. Another study from Seoul National University found that heavy coffee consumption correlates with reduced hippocampal volume in older adults. This does not mean coffee is the enemy, it means misuses. Most seniors don't drink 1 6-ounce cup like people did in the 1950s. They drink giant mugs, refills, lattes. Mocha blends with sugar and whipped cream, dessert in a cup disguised as breakfast. And here's the hidden problem: caffeine tolerance. Over time, the brain adapts. You need more caffeine to feel the same level of alertness. More caffeine equals more stress on the nervous system. I once worked with a woman named Elaine, 74 years old. Every morning she drank 3 cups of coffee, each with 2 teaspoons of sugar. She believed it helped her memory because she felt sharper right after drinking it. But by afternoon she couldn't focus, she felt mentally slow, and she needed another cup just to function. When she reduced her intake to 1 small black coffee and replaced the other cups with herbal tea and hydration, her afternoon brain fog almost disappeared within a month. Not because coffee was removed completely, but because excess was controlled. If you rely on multiple cups to feel normal, that's your sign. Here, where I want you to engage for a second, type in the comments how many cups of coffee you drink per day. 1, 2, 3 or more, I'm curious. Your comment also helps this video stay visible so more people can protect their brain health. Quick tip you can apply today: if you want to keep coffee but protect your brain, drink it early, not after 2 p.m. Switch the second cup to green tea, and never drink coffee on an empty stomach. Food buffers the cortisol spike. Now we move to number 2, and almost everyone drinks it thinking it's harmless. This one damages the brain slowly like rust. The drink is sweetened iced tea, not the unsweetened kind. I'm talking about bottled, restaurant, convenience store iced teas loaded with sugar or artificial sweeteners. Many contain more sugar than soda. Some brands exceed 45 grams in one bottle. That's 11 teaspoons. Something about iced tea tricks people. They hear the word tea and assume health. But once tea becomes a sugar drink, it behaves the same way juice does. Glucose spikes, inflammation rises, blood vessels stiffen. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2020 found that chronic high-sugar beverage consumption increases neuroinflammation and impairs memory formation. On top of that, many sweet teas contain phosphoric acid, the same compound found in soda, associated with lower bone density, impaired kidney function, and calcium depletion. When kidneys struggle, toxins in the blood increase, putting more pressure on the brain to filter inflammatory waste. Some teas also contain caramel coloring, which forms advanced glycation end products, ages linked to accelerated brain aging. Not many people talk about this. It's uncomfortable because it means a drink we associate with summer, comfort, hospitality can quietly hurt cognitive health when consumed regularly. One of my patients, Henry, a 69-year-old Army veteran, drank 2 bottles of sweet tea daily for over a decade. He believed it was better than soda. When he started experiencing short-term memory lapses, we examined his diet. Removing sweet tea alone improved his clarity noticeably over 6 weeks. He switched to unsweetened tea with lemon and a teaspoon of honey. A small change, huge impact. Before we reveal number 1, the drink nearly everyone consumes daily without questioning, pause and make sure you're still with me. If you are, comment ready below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect moment. We make science-based wellness content that can genuinely change lives, and I want you here for part 2, part 3, and beyond. The number 1 drink is coming up next, and you won't believe how common it is. Stay tuned, and if you're getting value, like this video, subscribe and follow BioOptimize Vision for more real evidence-based brain health content. Your future self will thank you.